40 years since the Happy Mondays first got together. Frontman Shaun Ryder won't be putting down the microphone anytime soon, thank goodness.
No, not only is he heading out on a speaking tour, an evening with... I bet that'll be fun. But he's also gigging again with the Happy Mondays. And he's also offering to take on the role of Prime Minister. Shaun, where do we begin?
Oh, well.
Lovely to see you, by the way.
It's lovely to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about the tour, first of all, back with the Happy Mondays.
Yeah.
29 dates.
Yeah, I know it is. It's a pretty young man's tour, that one, isn't it?
Everything you've been through over the years. An insurance company going, will you insure this man? No chance.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. You have to even get special car insurance when you're in this game.
Yeah.
So 29 dates. What? I mean, I'd imagine that it's a slightly different proposition, not on stage but backstage than it used to be. What's on Shaun Ryder's rider now, as opposed to the old days?
Not really much, you know, chocolate and stuff. And I mean, I'm pretty much out of there. I mean, I'm usually in bed for 11 o'clock watching the news. You know, now, yeah. Well, no, you know.
I think it's the stuff and the fact that you're out of there is what we remember from the previous tours, isn't it? I mean, one of the things you're doing is you're having an evening with, going through, I hear, your notorious hell-raising antics. We've all read the headlines, we've all seen what went on in the Manchester days. Was it as crazy as it seemed?
Well, I can't remember the night. I really can't. You know,
I don't know if this is true or if you're just teasing us. Is that you woke up one day and the bison that you'd stolen from the zoo the day before had eaten your curtains?
That's not quite true.
Oh, thank God for that!
Again, it's one of them stories. Something got stole from London Zoo, but again, that one turned out to be the press robbing it to do some sort of...
But it was an animal of some sort.
I don't know if it's... I really don't know.
Not necessarily a bison.
I do hope somebody remembers and the bison's been returned.
I mean, 25 years ago.
So in terms of those stories and those moments, Shaun, the ones that you can remember, are there moments that sort of you reflect on, you think, goodness me, that was an extraordinary time for us, or you look back fondly on?
You know, we got to live out our dreams, really. I mean, if you're a young kid... working-class kid, and you either want to be a footballer or in a band. You know, and I was 18 when we started the band. The other lads were still at school. I mean, you're on that hamster wheel, aren't you? You're on that treadmill of album, tour for 2 years, album, tour for 2 years, album, tour for 2 years, album, tour for 2 years. No wonder you're insane by the time.
Yeah. How's your health, though? Because you've just had your hip replaced.
Just had a new hip, and then at the same time, all my body hair decides to fall out. So no eyelashes, no fingernails, no head, no hair whatsoever.
And what's that? Is that a...
We don't really know. Because I have an underactive thyroid, that just makes you put on weight and slow down.
Yeah.
So they thought it might have been linked to that, or the fact that I don't produce testosterone anymore. Thought it might be linked to that, but now it doesn't look like that. And then he was coming up with maybe it's stress-related, but I'm the least stressed I've ever been in my life, so they've got a lot more experimenting on me.
If you've got no body hair, though, Shaun, you'd fit in right well at Love Island, because, I mean, those boys over there, they're all sort of groomed within an inch of their life, aren't they?
Well, I mean, I can't watch it. If I wanted Love Island, I'd just listen to a bunch of teenage girls upstairs. I mean, to me, they really are. There's no difference between... I mean, they're toddlers in grown-up bodies. To me, it's like listening to the kids going on. I might as well listen to the girls at the door, you know.
Well, reality show we've loved you on is Celebrity Gogglebox, you and Bears. People are saying you need your own show now.
Oh, I mean, it's with Bert and Ernie, so...
There's a role for both of you. And what about this about you being Prime Minister? What do you make of the current situation?
Not me.
He wants to be Prime Minister, not you?
Well, Bezos went into politics at one time.
Yes,
he went to become Mayor of Salford, you know. So, I mean, he's the one with the political ambitions. But,
what do you make of it? What do you make of the situation with the leadership contest?
Well, look, it's going to be Boris who becomes Prime Minister. I'm pretty certain of it. Jezza, it might be a safer bet, but it's not going to be Jez, is it?
He maintains that he thinks it still will. He said to us this morning he's still very positive.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad he is.
And we've also been talking about crying this morning. Is Shaun Ryder a man who cries? Do you find it empowering?
If I cry, I've got to cry, you know. And I mean, if I do, it's over the most ridiculous things anyway. So you just... Yeah.
What do you remember the last thing that made you cry, Shaun?
No.
Was it?
He doesn't even remember the 90s.
It probably would be something like on one of those David Attenborough shows where a penguin gets crushed by a rock or something.
Yeah, I know. We're back to the bison, aren't we? That's the thing. We're
All roads lead back to the bison. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Good luck with the tour.
When are you going on tour?
October.
He doesn't know. October, November and
They wheel
December.
me in and wheel me out.
And in September, your evening with starts.
That's right,
so people
yeah.
get tickets for
Brilliant.
that too.
It's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks a lot.